Blooming Love is Why I Love Manga. Authored by Daichi Kadawa, Blooming Love is a rom-com in Shonen Jump Plus that's been running since the spring of this year. Lately, I've been covering a lot of different rom-coms because I absolutely love rom-coms. I'm in my lover boy phase right now, and I think we're in a golden age of that sort of storytelling. Rumiko Takahashi is one of the finest mangaka when it comes to writing romantic plotlines, some of her series being manga masterpieces, and I feel confident that there is a rom-com running right now that will be seen as great just like those other manga. Is it going to be Blooming Love? I'm not sure, but I definitely recommend this manga to everyone. One day, high schooler Shintaro is drawing in the art room, getting ready for his university prep exams, when he comes across a girl named Kyoko, a really scaring looking, rough exterior type of girl. However, he comes to find that she is very equipped to handle crafts. Useful with her hands and her exterior now softening, Shintaro makes extreme efforts to getting to know Kyoko better, whether it's going back to her home/family business and learning more about her affinity with taiko drums, picking up on a favorite pastry from her past, or even getting to know her physically, trying to grasp the reason why she pulls her hand away whenever any form of contact is about to be initiated. Blooming Love is an incredible romantic comedy. Everything is pacing very quickly. By chapter 10 of this manga, we get a confession, and to be honest, I didn't think of the early parts as a prologue. It all felt very cohesive and the characters were being built up in a way where I thought maybe it would take a while for the relationship to get going, but I also wasn't surprised by how quick it all came together. Daichi Kawada knows exactly what they're doing. While the pace has been brisk, I like that. It means that we can get to more meaningful moments with the characters. The art isn't really crazy. I haven't seen anything that makes me think, wow. I would love to see some more color pages, but with 20 chapters out, this is one of the strongest manga to come from Shonen Jump Plus this year. Believe me, it's being stacked. Like I said, we're in a golden age of rom-com manga right now. Romance in the 20s is so unique because there's so many different ways to look at it. And yeah, Blooming Love doesn't really do anything different aside from the pace, but it all feels like a great read. You really care about these characters and you want to see how they interact with one another, how they develop their relationships, even though their lives are starting to drift apart a bit. It's a really great dynamic to see the female lead take up the family business while the male lead is doing something in the arts for post-secondary. I'm sure we're going to see some trials and tribulations with their relationship, but I would love to see how it also develops if they're able to make it last. Seguitera is a romance manga that's probably 20 years old now, but it's a fantastic series that shows what young love is from high school going into the real world. For me, there are very few manga that have ever touched Seguitera when it comes to showing the realities of a relationship between young people. Blooming Love is a manga that I say is probably approaching that. It has a much softer approach. Seguitera was very in your face. Blooming Love is also very gut-wrenching. The way that the mangaka is able to focus on them just grasping at each other's fingers or expressions and how they blush. I'm getting an Osamu Tezuka kind of vibe where everything is a little bit cartoony. You have to buy into the aesthetic and look past the fact that not everything is going to be super expressive, but still utilizing the manga panels and the format to show that silence means a lot between these characters. That's a valuable technique for any author, one that I don't really see in many modern manga, to be honest. If I were to compare this to other rom-coms that I'm reading, like Blue Box or Hope You're Happy Lemon or Suruko, I would say this feels a bit more mature without having to actually tackle any mature subject matter. It doesn't have any outlandish humor, it doesn't have any ecchi, there's not a huge cast. Right now the main focus is Shintaro and Kyoko. The good thing is that their relationship has really developed from chapter 1 to chapter 20. It's been about a year and a half in the manga so far. Shintaro is starting to step up more as a boyfriend. Meanwhile, Kyoko is being more open about what she expects in this relationship. It's definitely something I'm excited to see continue to grow, and I do believe that Blooming Love is going to be a hit come 2024. I absolutely recommend this to anyone who's reading a bunch of rom-coms like me, or someone who's looking for an entry point to rom-com, a modern manga romantic story. Definitely one of the better releases of the year. 8 out of 10.